យាយសូត្រធម៌ឧទ្ទិសទើបអាចវត្ថុទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងបានទៅដល់បុគ្គលទាំងអស់ហ្នឹងបាន
Geraldine has managed to persuade the National Museum to allow the children to perform there tonight. They're really excited because it's very rare for anyone to be granted permission for performances of any kind on such hallowed ground around some of the world's most precious artworks. Traditional Khmer dance goes back 1,000 years or more and remains one of the few royal court traditions still alive today. Dancers were trained from a young age at the royal palace, where they would practice for many hours a day. Khmer dance was almost eradicated by the Khmer Rouge. Many teachers were murdered, and it was through the dedication of the surviving teachers who instructed children in the refugee camps on the Thai border that it was saved from extinction. Tonight's performance gives these young people a chance to make some kind of connection with their heritage. The National Museum of Cambodia contains some of the most beautiful examples of Khmer art ever created. The children will perform in the central courtyard surrounded by sculptures carved and moulded to perfection by their ancestors. The sculptural tradition of Cambodia is imbued with grace and spirituality, transcending time and place and embodying universal human values. Khmer dance consists of traditional classical styles, symbolising elements of stories based upon Hindu mythology, as well as traditional folk styles. Here we see the battle between the black and white monkeys. They are brothers, but neither of them knows this. The dance is taken from the Ryamka legend, the Cambodian version of the Hindu epic, the Ramayana. The white monkey, Hanuman, is a demigod with supernatural powers. The scarecrow dance was originally created to educate people in the provinces about the advantages of placing artificial straw bodies in their rice fields to scare away birds and maximise crop yields. It is performed at harvest festivals or simply for entertainment value. Originating from Stung Treng province, the Ken dance concerns a courting ritual of young men serenading young women. A type of mouth organ known as the Ken is played. A garland attached at the top of each Ken moves around as the young men play the instrument, in the hope that the young women will fall in love with them. The dance is mostly performed at New Year's celebrations. dance is usually performed after the harvest to please the spirits that take care of agriculture. The sticks are used to pound rice, which is a staple food of Khmer people, and so became introduced into traditional dance. The agility of these young dancers is amazing. Not one sprained or bruised ankle between them. The Apsaras dance shows Mira dancing in her garden, dressed in a white skirt symbolising purity, surrounded by her handmaidens, who are also Apsaras. This dance was born in the Hindu temples at Angkor hundreds of years ago, when the Khmer kings would conduct ceremonies where this and other classical dances would be performed. It was believed that the dancers would become possessed by divine spirits, and afterwards, prayers for the happiness and prosperity of the country would be granted. Khmer classical dance is comprised of complex gestures and hand movements, each with its own meaning, collectively telling a story. It takes great practice and skill to articulate many of the intricacies of this dance form. It's not possible to overstate the significance of the rebirth of traditional dance upon the Cambodian people as a whole. It brings great pride and a sense of connection with the historical ethics and values that the country had long since lost. The Apsara dance is one of the few links to ancient Khmer tradition. In Hindu mythology, Apsaras were created by the churning of the sea of milk. It was believed that these female deities, like angels, lived in the sky, floating between the water and the heavens. And they could change their appearance and sometimes visited mere mortals. It has been said, we can know through the universal language of dance when we are moved, and when the quality of a people's art touches our common humanity. The grace of these dancers is evident in their dedication to all that is good and noble and beautiful in the culture of Cambodia. The trip to Siem Reap takes around 6 hours by bus. Angkor is only a few minutes from Siem Reap, which is situated northwest of Phnom Penh at the northern end of the Tonle Sap Lake. This is the first time that any of the Sunrise children have travelled to Angkor. Poverty is so widespread that most Cambodians live their lives without ever experiencing what is universally considered their spiritual heartland. Angkor covers an area of 200 square kilometres, encompassing a multitude of monuments and temples of staggering size, architectural complexity and beauty, the most remarkable of which is Angkor Wat.
One of the things I've learnt living and working with these gorgeous children is that we are all products of whatever opportunity comes in our path. I've had children brought to me still with their feet wet with the mud from the rice paddy and have had no schooling at all. Their parents have had no schooling at all, and I've put them down in front of a computer, and in a month they're doing an Excel spreadsheet. And it's shown to me many times in Cambodia when I put drawing materials in front of children who've never seen a Textacolour, what they can produce. And some children in Cambodia go through their whole life without ever having a drawing pad or a watercolour set put in front of them.
This sacred temple is a masterpiece of Khmer design and construction. As D.H. Dickerson wrote, an impressiveness greater than that of the pyramids, an artistic distinctiveness as fine as that of the Taj Mahal. Built by King Suryavarman II early in the 12th century, around the same time as the construction of Notre Dame Cathedral, Angkor Wat is the jewel in the crown of the Khmer Empire at its peak. Over 2,000 exquisite carvings of apsaras, or female deities, adorn the walls and pillars throughout. No two bas-reliefs are the same. All have different expressions, dress, ornaments and hair. Although originally dedicated to the worship of the Hindu god Vishnu, the temple still serves as the most revered site in Cambodia for worshippers of Theravada Buddhism. tour party makes its way out through the gates of Angkor Thom, a city that had a population of over 1 million at a time when London had fewer than 30,000. They consider themselves lucky to have witnessed monuments such as the Bayon, the Terrace of the Elephants, and the Terrace of the Leper King. On the path leading to the Temple of Dar Prom, a landmine victims band plays traditional Khmer music for donations to support their families. They are all living testimony to the insidious legacy that 3 decades of war brought to Cambodia. Dar Prom has been left virtually untouched, so the children get a sense of the kind of wonder that the first explorers must have felt upon discovery. You see nature in its dual role of destroyer and consoler, no sooner splitting the carved stones asunder than she dresses their wounds with cool velvety mosses and binds them with her most delicate tendrils, wrote H.W. Ponder.
ខ្ញុំចង់ឲ្យកូនខ្មែរទាំងអស់គ្នាចេះការពារសម្បត្តិវប្បធម៌ជាច្រើនដែលខ្មែរដែលបុព្វបុរសខ្មែរយើងបានបន្សល់ទុកតាំងពីជំនាន់ដើមមកយើងមិនត្រូវបំផ្លាញ